Look, I'm aware this video is not going to go viral. I know this. I don't even have a good intro for you, a good hook to this video. I'm not really coming that prepared, but that's because I want to connect with you as authentically as possible. I want to be honest and share with you what I'm going through, because ultimately that's what I truly care about, is the connection I have with people, the real connection. At the moment, I don't have that many views on YouTube. I used to have a lot of momentum last year, and this year everything kind of fell off, and it disappoints me. It makes me feel like I'm losing progress even though I'm putting the work in, and it's discouraging at times. It makes me self-doubt. So this is real struggle. I am going through it, and I know that there are some people that really believe in me. I can name a few that are so loyal to me and my movement. Laurel, Sherry, John, Brittany. There are so many people that keep coming back. Sim, you guys are the reason why I keep going, because I know that there are some things that I do that work. It just hasn't reached the right people yet. It's reached some of you, clearly, because you keep coming back and you understand that we're in this together, that we're growing together, but it's still very slow into reaching a wider audience where I can make a bigger impact like I know I can. The world is so broken. People are so disconnected. People want direction. They want to feel good about themselves in this world where we're the most addicted, the most distracted, the most lonely. I know we can make the world a better place. And it's not just me. It's like people like you that keep coming to my YouTube videos and want to self-improve and want to reach their potential. We can get there. We can make this movement a huge thing. But dang, it can be so discouraging at times. Like now when things are not gaining momentum, there's no traction. And what's weird is I know I get more than 5 views. I named 5 people, but I get many more views than that. Yet I don't even know who you are. I don't even know who those people are. And I wish I did. I wish I knew who was watching my videos. How is this helpful to you? Why do you even follow me? I want to know those things, because it's not about the views. It's not about the numbers. It's about the community. It's about the connection. I'm confused at how I can't seem to get people out of their shell and really connect with each other. Somehow it has worked because I have a small, loyal community that is tightly connected and support each other. But why can't it expand? Anyways, this whole video is for me to be real with you. And I want to share a little bit about the blocks I'm going through and what I need to be doing differently. And I know this video might sound like content creation on the surface, but deep down, really what it's about is growth, identity friction, and these invisible blocks that stop me from becoming who I'm supposed to be. And those insights that I have gained can be extremely useful to your journey, because maybe you are wanting to build your personal brand, or maybe you do have goals where you need to step up into a new version of yourself. And maybe you seen how I go through my journey of navigating my blocks can inspire you to go through yours. I haven't talked about this nearly enough because it feels like a cheat code. Content creation is one of the fastest ways to self-develop. And if you want to self-develop because you want to reach your potential and be career-driven, make an impact, become successful, make money, have thriving relationships, there is no better way to self-develop than to put yourself online, because not only will you be faced with all your fears and insecurities, but you will also be making an investment in your future, because your personal brand is everything. Your personal brand is what creates opportunities that align with who you are. But what I did not expect was that the things blocking my content creation right now are the same things that block my self-improvement. And it's probably the same things that are blocking you from becoming who you want to be. So now let me dive a little bit deeper and tell you about the inner walls I've been hitting and how they show up into my goals, my habits, and my self-belief. And I am sure that if you take the time to listen, it can reveal things about yourself. One of the first mistakes I'm making right now is that I'm operating like a high performer, but not a system builder. So I'm a high performer in many areas of my life, especially my career. I'm a professional athlete, so I know how to perform. But when you're in the professional athlete world, a lot of the setup for you to thrive is already built in. But when you're a content creator, or if in your case, you're trying to build a side hustle, you're trying to have different goals outside of your career, and you're trying to build yourself, you don't really have as much structure. And I don't have a system right now for my YouTube channel. I have like a minimum viable system, but I don't have this operational system that could be very efficient. And I'm realizing that my platform cannot grow out of effort alone. There has to be logic, a system behind it. Right now, I'm operating way too much on feeling inspired and last minute deadlines than having an engine that rules everything, that allows me to be consistent regardless of my energy, my workload, my mental clarity, because I feel like every time I'm about to film a video, it's always unstructured and last minute. It's not something that I was planning for a while or has a system, a logical flow to it, a build up from last week. It's kind of all over the place. And I think that's a reason why my platform is not growing. So some things I need to fix is to have repeatable frameworks that I can do weekly, like series or a signature segment, a format I can rinse and repeat. I can also batch create, which I'm really bad at, but I should do it because, for example, I'm leaving soon for 3 weeks. I'm not going to be home because I'm going on vacations, on holidays, at a wedding, things like that. And I need some ideas that are almost repeatable, because maybe someone hears it once, but that doesn't mean that if I post it again, it's going to be the same people that are going to watch it. It's going to be new people. And some ideas I've said in the past, I've never even talked about again when I know they have been so useful in my life. So it's not about putting more effort into my platform. I need to learn how to automate and have a system that supports what I'm doing. Another mistake I'm making is that I'm trying so hard to communicate everything, but nothing really sticks because I'm all over the place. It's so ironic because now this video is about content creation, but deep down it's not. It's about identity and friction and mental blocks and all that. But still, I don't really have like this messaging that is powerful and consistent. It's always kind of changing. And I think that new viewers don't really understand what I'm here about, because they'll come for one video and then they'll come for another, and it's kind of all over the place. So I need to ask myself, what am I the expert of? You might know what I am if you have followed me for a while. Like, I'm all about self-development, becoming the highest version of yourself, becoming built different, and especially growing through challenges. But the wider audience doesn't know me like that. And it's because I don't have a clear message that I constantly say over and over again. So I need to be clear about what is this identity I want to show up online as. So I'm not this girl that's trying to tell you how to build yourself through hype. It's by being disciplined, by having systems, and by having a clear identity of who you want to become. So every video, I should challenge myself to be very clear about my messaging. And this kind of goes into another mistake I'm making. I'm going to keep going because I'm making many. I have very deep content, but I'm still hiding a lot of my personal story. Because deep down, I really want to connect with you, but I'm afraid to make it about me. I don't want it to be about me. I don't want it to be about putting the spotlight on me. I just want to help you. But I forget that sometimes a lot of my stories are helpful to you. And I need to be more comfortable sharing about my past or things that I'm doing right now, or how I came up to certain conclusions from personal experiences. People are following me not just because of my frameworks and what I have to say, but it's probably because of who I am. I'm just thinking about the people that I like to listen to, and they are inspiring to me because of who they are, not because of what they tell me. So I need to reverse engineer this and do the same thing for myself. I cannot keep hiding my personal stories because I feel like it's going to make it like selfish, but I have to shift my perspective that personal stories are how I can connect to you. When I do the one-on-one coaching, I often have people that tell me that they want to know more about me. And I feel very uncomfortable because I'm like, this is not about me. But if it helps them unblock things, why not? Why hide away? We're all human. And I think that that's what makes it so special and life-changing, is when you have real insights, like real life, actionable, true experiences that I have had that could be useful to other people. So ways I can fix this is when I come here on YouTube, I can be like, hey, yesterday at training, this happened, or I went on this trip and this is what happened. What's scary to me is that when I feel like I talk a lot about my personal stories, I lose a lot of people because people don't know me yet. But I have to tell myself this is an investment for people to get to know me. So it might be slow at first, but it's going to create this bond. And it doesn't have to be tons of people that follow me, but I do want to have a community of really close people. Another thing that I'm making as a mistake is that I think I'm being a little bit too quiet sometimes. I'm not really urging people to do anything, because the reason why I'm doing this is I don't want to sound pushy. I want people to make decisions on their own, and change really happens when you decide to change. I don't want to force anyone to do anything or to change, because I know that it doesn't last when it's someone else imposing that on you. It has to come from you. But sometimes I don't think I'm clear enough about what they should do, where they should join, and I need to voice how much I believe in my challenges. I believe in my community, in the private community that I have. I don't have to be super pushy. I can still be gentle about it, but I need to do more of it. Or even ask people to do things for me. Ask people to refer my challenges or to refer my coaching to other people. Like I'm so afraid to tell people what to do because I don't like when people do this to me. But I know that there's a way for me to sell my ideas if I do it gently and intentionally and with the best intentions in mind. I think that's important. So I need to work on that. The other thing that I'm not doing really well is I'm not ever aiming for virality. I don't really look at what is hot or trendy right now or popular. I really just go with what's going on in my life. And I think it would be helpful if I had a little bit of inspiration from what's going on right now, because it's not that I don't have the right content, it's just that I haven't found the right people yet. So I need to find a way to grab attention, and some people would benefit so much from our community, but they just don't know about us. So it's taking the time to make a little bit more research about what's going on right now and find a way to make a video about that. The one video that did the best on my channel was this is your sign to go all in. I did that last year and it got so many views and I got so many subscribers from that. And a lot of people right now know me from that video. And the reason why I made that video is because I saw someone else do something like that. I saw the title, it caught my attention. I'm like, oh, I'm going to make the same kind of video. Like I'm going to, because it really resonated with my life. I'm like, I need to go all in. So it was super easy for me to make, and I was like, what a great video title. Now I can start doing this with other things because it does help, and I still have to play the game. I don't like playing the virality game, but I need to let my lizard brain go quiet for that because I feel like that's holding me back. I need to understand that this is just how YouTube works. This is how content creation works. You have to find what is popular and what drags people's attention, so then you can find your right people. If I don't try, it's going to always be hidden and no one's going to know about us and the community. So something I need to think about. And if you ever have ideas of what I should post about, just let me know, because I feel like sometimes that's my problem. I just don't really know which direction to go in. Another problem I'm having in my life is that I'm functioning by myself. I'm producing at the level of someone with a team, yet I'm still doing most of the things alone. And a lot of that has to do with money. I don't have enough money to hire a team, but I can find ways to co-create with someone where maybe I don't pay them, but I pay them in other ways that isn't money. Maybe it's free access to paid community that I might create, or free one-on-one coaching, something like that. So I need to find a way to leverage my time by hiring some sort of small team that can help me with my process. Now, something that I really want to do better is to have a more defined branding for my Built Different movement, because it's very catchy, it's very emotionally driven. Like a lot of you really resonate with that built different. I actually really do resonate with it, so I feel like you would as well. But it doesn't really have a branding around it. Like it doesn't have colors to it. It doesn't have a defined tone. I don't really have a consistent philosophy to it or framework to it. So I would like to put more time into developing that brand, because I'm realizing that I don't have to make this about me. I could make it about that brand. Like I can make it about the Build Different movement, and I'm just the person that speaks about the movement, that speaks about that brand, that builds my personal brand, but also grows something that is outside of me, which is ultimately what I want, because I don't want me to be the product. I want the movement to be the product. And then lastly, the last mistake I'll talk about right now is that a lot of what I'm creating is from instinct instead of data. I'm not really good at analyzing data. That's just not my strength. And it's fine for now, because I feel like just doing what I'm doing right now is the best way to start. But at a certain point, I need to refine my strategy, and I need to use feedback and data to grow. One of the things I really want to do is create a survey. I started creating a survey not that long ago, but I realized it was really distracting me from more important things. But if I have a team, and if I delegate my time, and I create more time for myself, I could have a survey out there that would really help with feedback. But the best type of feedback is when people come to me directly and tell me, hey, this is how I feel. And luckily, I get a lot of that through the DMs I have on the private community, but I'm just inviting you to do that again. I love learning about what you like, what you want, what you need, what works for you, what you don't like about my content. I am very open to anything. I don't care if you don't like things. I just want to know, because I can't change what I don't know. So this is where we can help each other. Now, what is my message? What is the whole point of this video? It's navigating your blocks is a blessing. Your mental blocks are not meant to keep you stuck. They're meant to make you think. They're meant to make you look at different opportunities. And in this case right now, it's meant for me to connect with you. If I didn't have these blocks, I wouldn't come on here on YouTube to talk to you about this. So the reason why things are happening in your life is always for a reason, and you can choose what that reason is. I don't know if any of these blocks were relevant to your life, but if you take some time, you can always find a lesson in anything. If anything, this is just an opportunity for you to see that if you take the time to think about what you're going through right now, you will find an answer. If you decide to just ignore it and escape and numb yourself or distract yourself, you're never going to get to the root cause of what you can do to change. But you will feel better once you face it and you have a game plan. Right now, I'm spending a lot of time every single day to journal about what I'm going through and to try to figure out what my next action plan is. I'm really excited because I'm building for 2026. And if that's something that you want to do as well, to build your next year, it's not too late to join the challenge. There's a challenge that starts December 1st, and it's all about designing your 2026 identity in life. So if you're interested in that, it's the first link in my description. It's also the link that will bring you to the private community. Ultimately, this video, I know it's not going to go viral. I know it's going to be a low view video, but it's okay, because you stuck until the end and we built a connection, and that's all that matters, is building connection. And slowly I will find my voice, I will find my branding, I will find a defining philosophy for my movement. And I'm just so grateful that I do have people that believe in me, and I have to trust that if I have one person that believes in me, that's enough for me to keep going, because I'm making a change in at least one person's life, and I know that I can keep doing it to more people. I just have to find the right people. And for something as big as I want to create, it's going to take time. So I hope that this somehow inspired you. And if it does, let's go. Build upon that. Make changes. Do things differently. And then become built different. And together we will go to so many wonderful, bigger, better places. So thanks for listening. Thanks for investing in your personal growth. I love you so much. And I will see you very soon in a new video. Mwah.